So, real talk is if you are half-assing with your life right now, like you're barely working out, you're barely studying, you're barely working on your online business, you're barely creating your offer, or you're spending 6 hours on a task which takes only 1 hour, then you should listen to this. Like seriously, you need to take its consideration because you're training yourself to be default mode of half-assing and default mode of working on a lower levels. Like now, right now, nobody notices it, right? The stakes are lower, and you don't have a real client load, you don't have a real amount of work, and you don't have a real content calendar. Nobody is kind of watching you. You have no pressure right now, right? That's why you're having this kind of thing. But let me tell you something that nobody tells you is that your default mode right now is, you're half-assing your work, and it will be manageable right now. But in the future, when you got real paying clients, when you got a real content work, when you got real, you got to make your fitness real, take it real, when you got to take your studying part real, the default mode is going to cook you. Like I'm Sai, and I'm 17 right now, and I've faced this myself, and I've solved it. And I wish that someone had this video would set me straight into the face that how to, like this half-assing work is really cooking you, and how you're not gonna get into this, and how you're gonna make your full effort and to your full work, right? So let's get into it. You're not being lazy, you're being training your brain to be it. Right? Because listen up, here's the part about the habits. Like most people don't realize about it. Like whenever you take a lot more time to do one task, and your brain logs them in. Whenever you delay making content, whenever you delay studying, whenever you delay going to work out, whenever you delay eating that certain kind of food for to your body, for your fitness, your brain locks that in. You're training your brain to half-ass work. You're quitting in the halftime. You're doing it, and you're literally fucking up your brain, right? You're training your brain to be distraction plus, half putting at work. Like you're wasting 40 minutes before you even start the work, and you're telling yourself that whenever you have to finish your work half-ass, and say you wanna shoot 5 videos, you wanna study for 1 hour, and you only do the study for half an hour, and you say to your brain that I will do it like what? I will come at it after half hours later. Like what is this? You're training your brain to be mediocrity. You're training yourself to it. You're not even realizing it. Like I used to think discipline is some kind of a trait, whether you have it or you wouldn't have it. It's a personality trait, but it's not. In reality, it's a muscle that you have to train all the time, right? And right now you are training it half-ass, and that's getting logged in your brain, right? Because most of you, like I'm in high school right now, I'm 17, I'm in senior year of my high school, and I got really low stakes. I got no massive teams, I got no massive client load, I got no big reputation that can crumble. And you are in the same position, right? You don't got massive teams, massive client loads, you don't got massive people depending on you, you don't have 100 team members, or you don't have a massive company or a massive reputation that can crumble like this, right? You have it, you're in the low stakes right now, and this is the best time to lock in to work, because nobody is pressuring on you, nobody is watching you, and which is kind of also has a negative side to it, which you are in the negative side. What is you're doing nothing, you're getting weaker every single day, but everybody else is getting stronger day by day, right? Like I'm in high school, I got no this, and I can do my work without any kind of the downsides to it, right? I can do my work all day long, and even if I did not, I did not get super, I failed at it, there's nothing I lost, I'm not losing, right? There's nothing losing for me. Like I don't have to any big responsibilities, I don't have to right now at this stage provide for my family or this, right? I don't have massive people relying on me, it's just me, right? So why don't I and you also lock the fuck in, and not half-ass, not say I'll do it later, not say this and that? Why don't you lock in to the point where you are like getting everything's done and making a shitload of progress? Like I'm not saying this to be harsh, but if you can't execute the work when nobody's watching you, when nothing is on the line, how do you expect when a client who's gonna pay you say $20,000 a month and who's gonna expect results from you? How do you think that? Like when you got real responsibilities on your shoulder, when you got people relying on you, when you have real money and the real trust on the table, how are you going to perform it? You're going to get screwed. Not because you're not capable, not because you're not, smarter, but just you have not developed that operating system, that discipline, that work ethic to make it happen, right? The window you have right now of early stage and have low responsibilities and kind of still not figured it out fully, it's really a gift. Most people don't realize it. They just waste it and figure like saying I'll do it later, or they just wait it and just hanging out, doing time pass and telling it whenever I'll do it when it gets real or this and that. Like I've seen most people who are like 17, 18 or even 19 who are work in this period of time, they're so far ahead. Like I've seen people who actually win. Like for an example, people like Iman Gardzi, they have worked 17, 18, from 16, they're working in this, but nobody else was watching it. And they're far ahead, right? Because nobody else was watching it, they're putting the work. And that's why they're super gigantic success is there. The private victories they've collected so much. You must collect so much private victories, and when the public victory will be there, it will be so big. I'm telling this video for you as who is at a stage 0 to 4, who's making 0 to 10K a month, who's who's 18, 17, 19, 20, even 22, and who's in this. Take this opportunity, have this, use it, and waste it until figuring out whenever next year, or until I get this age, or until this should happen, or until I get out of this university, or until get into university, and this and that. Just don't. The discipline, the work ethic, and the execution habits you're building right now, or you're not building, it's gonna tell you that you are going to make it to that point, what you're deciding, or your success point is. That's it matters, because you can't guess, or you can't just say, I'll become, this kind of person, I'll become super disciplined when this happens, when this situation comes, when I start making $10,000 a month. It's not going to happen, right? You have to put in the work so much. You have to be disciplined so much before when it matters, and when it does matter, when you are making that much money, when that thing matters, that time is just who you are. That time when you're making $10,000 or $50,000 a month, you do not have to become disciplined. You already are, right? Like if you're in the online business space and you're either in university or in the school or you're doing a 9 to 5, I'm not telling you to burn all the bridges, drop out, just go this and that. No, I'm not doing it myself either. I'm 17, I'm still in the high school, and I'm managing both my personal brand, my infobusiness, my fitness, and my high school, right? But what I'm telling you is, before you get into the situation, the real situation, when you are having a lot of responsibility, when you're having a big team, big company, big revenue, or big profit coming in, you are not going to become disciplined magically at that time. You have to build it before by yourself, when nobody's watching, when no pressure is there, nothing is on the line. You have to do it in the shadows, right? That's what I'm telling you from the start of this. This is the point. This is what you're doing it wrong, and this is what you're procrastinating, and this is why you are half-assing, and this is the reason everything you are not doing it right now, and you're just saying the time is passing by and you're kind of doing nothing, right? I'm 17 and I have not still figured it out all of it. I am still in the building phase, right? But I have made a call to lock in fully and not half-ass my work, and take the advantage of this golden window which I have of low stakes, low responsibility. Nothing is so big on the line, right? So, and I can already feel the difference. I can already feel how much difference is happening in me, and how much work I'm getting done, and how I'm feeling when I'm working, right? So you also make a call, lock in, not from one day, not when the things calm down, not this happen, not from next year, not from the new year, right now. All right, so drop in the comments what are the things you are half-assing and you are procrastinating, or you're not doing it. What are the areas, like what are the what kind of online business and what kind of thing you're in, right? You as 0 to 1 entrepreneur, coaches, ambitious people in the online business space, right? So I'll be reading all of your comments and I'll be replying to it also. So just drop it and lock in. I'm telling you, lock in. Develop the habits of discipline, execution, work ethic. This is the foundation, all right? So this is gonna be who you are when you are in the, when you are in the situation, when you're gonna imagine it. You are imagining yourself to be a multimillionaire, to have you're a big company, you have responsibility, you have real money, you have real trust on the table, you have real network, you have real relationship with the people, right? So drop in the comments, I'll read it, and as always, see you guys in the next video. I'll be sharing you my journey, my learnings, and whatever the problems you at this stage 0 to 4 facing, which I have faced and solved it myself, and I'm getting benefits of it, and I'm what can I say that still learning, still building, but solving of you so that you don't have to make those same mistakes. Yeah, that's it. Let's meet you in the next video. Thank you and bye.